like celebrate our achievements, whether they're big or small, I think. And this is something that we talked about. I think early on I mentioned that I've gotten some redevelopment money for a signage program, and then quite frankly, you guys did everything. You selected the location, you designed the sign, you picked where they would go, and so it's great, I think, to have a community that does it. And you guys do everything. I think it's so great.
Yay for us! Yay!
And I think it's just wonderful that these signs will be. I know we purchased 7, and we want to definitely begin by thanking Erik, because Erik, and his team and the business that really did these for us. So thank you, Erik. And so these start going up today, and then all the next week they start going up. Is that right, Erik?
Yeah. What we're gonna do try to do it in one big batch. That's what makes the most sense for us. Once we get through all the permit requirements, where things are going to go, and triple check it with the neighborhood walk, with whoever wants to do it from the community, and hopefully with a public works person, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. And so hopefully by the end of next week we'll start having all these guys.
Right. And the great thing about, like I said before, is these are really a community project. You guys really pick everything from the location to the design. We're really happy about that. And we're happy that, for me, like, being able to put aside money for small projects like this makes such a big difference. Small projects that it's going to make the community better. We're hoping that this first 7 is just the first batch. So once we get these 7 up, you can kind of evaluate like where they are and how they're working. Because Willmore is so large, we can do another 7. So
that sounds good.
Where you guys want to put them in. Really make a big We're also excited because it's also the first a signage project, a bigger signage project than this month for the entire district. So my goal is, by the time I'm done with my first term here, every neighborhood that I represent will have signage. And so the next neighborhood we're doing is actually over in the Linden Historic District. So we're doing our historic district first. But you guys have been working on already meeting with the agency and designing your sign. And you guys are putting 2 signs, one sign on each end of the block there where the historic district is, right?
Right.
And so that's the next signs that are going up, and then we're going to be doing some signs hopefully in the village, and hopefully also in the Pine area. And each sign will be different. They'll all have their own kind of personality in some way, flavor.
I just wanted to say that I don't think any one person can take credit for this, and it really is a team effort between the residents and the neighbors. But I just want to especially thank a lot of people who are here and not here for their dedication to this project. I thought it would be, we'll just give Robert this PowerPoint and be done with it. This has ended up being like, months and months down the road, from Patty and Emily knocking on people's doors to get their permission to put these signs here, to Erik designing, to sitting down with Sharon several times and going over the location, to having input from each of our board members and the residents about this project. And I think this is just a small emblem, but of the beautiful nature of this neighborhood, of how we get together and create things for this neighborhood. And you say it's a small project, but this is just part of the bigger whole, right? And when you start to add up, especially when I think about this past year, all the things that we've added to this community from the park, that's now at the entrance to the school over there, Edison Elementary, these signs, the bike racks, to the trees, all the things that we've done. This is such great momentum, and I'm glad to hear that you're feeling like this is a project, because it's really going to improve our neighborhood. And I think it's educational as well. Educate the residents who happen to hear or live here about what this neighborhood stands for and what it is. And I'm just really proud to be part of this neighborhood. I know that the downtown community is starting to really look at our neighborhood and as an example of how people can work together.
Yay!
Before we unveil our sign, we wanted to just share with you, and Amy already touched on this, kind of all the great projects we've worked on over the last year and a half, and kind of what next year will look like, and what some of the other projects that we're going to start doing down the pipeline. So this year, and Amy mentioned some of them already, project. We did the Sunset Main project. You guys, worked very hard on. Emily, Kathleen, Jim, and a lot of you guys worked very hard on. It's really a great little project that continues to grow. We did more work at the little area over by your place, Ernie, and then you guys looked at the project over there. Continue to work on the little parks that you guys have there. We did a lot of sidewalks in Willmore. I think, did the two courts get paid already? I think they're done. If they're not done, they'll be done in the next couple of weeks. So we did the first two, are those courts or those? Courts? Those courts, right? Yes, we did two courts, which is
Courts north and south.
We did two courts this year, which was the first time I think courts have been done in a really long time. Those all got repaved, and they're going to look nice. And they're both on the Virginia and Crystal on the north side, so which needs a lot of attention. So those will look really nice. And they were the two worst ones in Willmore. So we got those done. We got the EIR funded for the Drake Chavez Greenbelt part, so the EIR has started, and so that process is going forward, which was not easy to get them to put together the money for all that, all those funds. We started the Daisy Revitalization Project. If you guys have gone down there lately, it's looking really great. That included, we planted a bunch of trees there. We also planted a bunch of trees all up and down Daisy. We planted trees in the little business corridor. We did the first facade improvement, which was the Willmore 5 and Dime. We're starting the second one, which is the Jed Busher. Actually, you guys just approved the mural there. It's going to be beautiful. A big new mural that's going to be down there. We put in bike racks down there. We're putting in, designed by you guys, historic banners up and down that little Daisy corridor. We're also doing some other work on the Daisy business area, which will make that area look really, try to restore it back to a little business district that it really should be. So those are just some of the things that we've worked on this year that you guys really drove. And so that's the easy part for me is you guys do everything. I love that. You guys have the ideas, you guys are pushing ideas, and you guys are just working really hard, and so it's easy for us to partner on stuff. And I also think it's important for us to recognize Lena. And Lena,
Yay!
I mean, Lena's a really hard worker, guys. And she really loves you guys. And she likes working with you guys, and we're lucky to have her because she's really in the community and all that. So we want to thank her. And then lastly, I'll just say that we have a lot to look forward to in this next year as well. So some of the other projects is hopefully an additional signage project. We've been talking about a project where you guys inventoried all the utility boxes in Willmore. Great. And so you guys are starting that committee, and there's some ideas about putting artists doing historical art to talk about the community and what homes are in those areas and things like that. So you guys are going to be designing those. So that's a great project coming up for Willmore. We'll continue to do more streets, crossing ways in Willmore. Well, in these tough budget times, we'll continue to look for money for different projects. We want to, make sure that this park project just continues to move forward. There's no slowing down on us, because I know that's really important for everyone. With the Bembridge House, we're doing a bench and garden that looks at the Bembridge House, and Alina's been working on some of the volunteers in the community over there. So that's in the process. That'll be done this year. And the other things we want is just trying to make sure that we beautify the running cash flow that you guys did this year. And then we're also running projects that surround Willmore that are going to be very critical and have an impact on the community. And you guys have projects happening on all of your borders. On the West Gateway end, the biggest